Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, you heard me talking about using the little vacuum earlier with the glitter. And I was saying, you know, you collect all of this. If you collect your glitter, you can either put it back in the pot, or you can do what the delectable Debbie's done, look, and decorate your top with it.
I wish I could take credit, but I can't, unfortunately. But yeah, you could do things like that. There's plenty of fabric glues out there with your little diamantes. So, how are you, Ben? Good morning, everybody. It's lovely to be back after Christmas.
Oh, the better for seeing you.
Oh, bless you.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
brilliant.
you.
Brilliant Christmas.
Yes,
brilliant.
We're back. We're refreshed. We're ready to go. Absolutely.
Yes,
and I'm
we
looking
are.
forward to it because I'm here well, whether you like it or not, I'm here all day.
Yeah. You better get used to it. Get the kettle on, get your feet up, get your crafty brew in front of you and relax, because Debbie's going to be bringing us some fantastic deals over the next hour, and none even better, of course, that we've also got the Hobby Maker highlight at 7 o'clock. But, just like the first hour, you know, I'm just going to remind you, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear from you. Debbie, we like to hear from our viewers, don't we?
I love hearing from people all the time. And I know there's a fair few watching because I did a little post last night and I saw a few comments. There's going to be some people watching. So, yeah, let us know if you are watching and what you're getting up to on this fine day.
Say hello.
It is nice. I say feels nice. It feels kind of mild outside today.
It does.
For a morning, it's very mild. So I feel like I'm being lulled into a false sense of security because you're just expecting the bad weather to come, but I think it's really lovely outside.
I think we might have gotten away with it. We might have gotten away with it. Although I don't know if there was a lot of snow in London last night. Did I see
Was
it?
there?
Did I see that? Did I see that?
I don't know.
Everybody's going, what? What? I thought I saw...
Well, there isn't any up here. It's nice and mild. A little bit wet, but it's nice and mild. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no. Just doing some fact-checking.
What checking?
Fact-checking.
Fact-checking.
Not fact-checking.
You said something else then. I'm like, whoop.
I said fact-checking.
Being Christmas.
We've got all step on the scales in a minute. So we've got some brilliant items coming up, of course, for your Hobby Maker highlight show.
Yes.
All from Crafter's Companion. And I suppose a little bit like the Hobby Maker Rewind show at 6 o'clock, we've brought back some really popular products, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely. And we launched what we're going to be focusing on in this show, some beautiful dies. Now, we've not invented the wheel with these, you know, they're nothing, no huge, great big die sets or anything like this, but a very useful set of decorative swash dies, which just look incredible. If you love just keeping your cards nice and simple. These are beautiful cards, but they're really nice and simple with the use of these beautiful dies.
Yes.
So we've got a new configured bundle for you.
Yes.
We've gone for price pockets for just a couple of each, or going for the whole bundle.
Yes.
But you're going to be surprised when you see the price anyway, regardless whether you're going for the 2 or the 4. But they are gorgeous. Do you want to have a little peek at them?
I'd love to have a little peek. Show us through.
Just get straight in there. Little small boards, because these, like I said, these aren't massive dies, but they're simplistic, beautiful dies that are going to create lots of things, whether it be a simple cutout that you are going to pop onto your card with an inky background, or whether you're going to use it for your boxes and things like that. And I'll show you some samples in a second. But this one is your Harmonious Hearts. You can see why, can't you?
Yes.
Linked together. Purposely why I've brought this in first is, I know we're heading towards the new year, but there is a certain event in the new year, only a few weeks in, that this one is going to be absolutely perfect for. So all your Valentine's Day cards that are coming up, whether it be an anniversary, anything to do with love, those 2 beautiful hearts are just fabulous. And you can see that lovely swash design with it going straight across there and then them interlinked. It just looks absolutely beautiful. So that's your Harmonious... I'll say it again. Harmonious. Oh, wait a minute. I knew it was going to be a problem. Why didn't they just call them Harmony Arts? It would have been so much easier.
Get your teeth in that. There we go.
I tell you. I can't even say it. I've not had enough coffee because I've been flying myself with black coffee all morning. The next one is the Sketched Rose. This is beautiful. I love this design. Snippability-wise, you've got that gorgeous design that's got that swash and those lovely features. But snippability-wise, look at this. You could absolutely snip out that rose on its own and layer these up. You can do things like that one is a simple... as daft as that sounds, look how striking that looks, Ben. But that is an inky splash background with a die cut, 2 die cuts to create a shadow drop effect. Looks stunning. And just a sentiment or a stamp sentiment or a die cut sentiment looks absolutely incredible. Put them onto your card, do a little bit of colouring techniques with any of your colouring mediums. You had some of our sparkle pens on earlier, you could be using those. There's all sorts of different ways, and I'm going to try and show you as many as I can throughout the day in the 2 shows that I've got with this.
In fact, one of the things that strikes me as soon as I see those and seeing the samples is these dies really actually make the most of the background that you've created, or make the most of the paper pads that you're using for your backgrounds.
Absolutely.
It allows that to shine through.
It really does.
Can you paper piece with these as well?
And you know, you must have read my mind then, because yes, absolutely, you can paper piece with these.
Brilliant.
So these are going to be ideal for that as well. You could put them onto acetate, and you could colour behind the back of acetate to create a lovely coloured background, almost like a stained glass window effect with them. So they're absolutely gorgeous. One of my favourites. You've got to have a butterfly in a collection. And this is the Fluttering by Die. Again, absolutely beautiful. And again, really lovely striking design where you can see those pieces that come out there. And then the beautiful bow. Look at that. Look at that gorgeous sample you've got on screen. That, again, is just an inky background with some faux bleaching technique, which you might have seen us do before in the past. A sentiment, and look how striking it looks.
Absolutely simplicity.
Beautiful. Exactly
Beautiful.
that. And that's another thing that you can do there. Those lovely layered up, you could actually take those and layer them on top of each other. Again, do that shadow drop. But there's so many more ways that you can use these. They're going to be one of those useful die sets that I know you're going to absolutely adore. And then this one, I do adore. Because it's the bow. This beautiful bow looks, again, stunning. You've got that lovely design of the swash, which goes across there and intertwined in there, but intertwined in the design as well. So, again, really fabulous. And I'm going to show you some samples. I've shown you the actual dies. But, again, when you want to keep things neat, nice and clean and simple, that's what you can create with these. Because you're able to create different techniques, you can stick them onto acetate, have it on a floating card. This one, I absolutely love this one, Ben. Let me just bring this in. Excuse me. This one is absolutely stunning. Don't know if you can see the background there, but they've created a background white on white, and then literally taken this to create that lovely paper piece effect. Just stunning. Excuse me, Ben, I've got a bit of a tickle.
That's all right. Just while you're doing that, I'll just remind everybody at home what you're getting in your collection there. So, you're getting 4 different die sets, as Debbie's mentioned. This is what you're getting. So, you're getting the hearts at the front there. Then, you're getting the bow as well. You're also getting the flutterby as well. And you're getting the rose as well. And just like Debbie said, you know, keeping it simple, making the most of your card design, making the most of the backgrounds that you've created, and your beautiful paper backgrounds, your different sentiments. It's a good job you're here, Alex. And making the most of those. And I love as well, you just had a sample there where you had, you'd used one of the dice, and you'd cut that out, but it's been cut out on white as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Can I see that again?
That one is it's one of my favourites.
Brilliant.
I love it because it's really striking.
Subtle.
I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera. I can't see it from that angle.
Yeah.
But,
it looks almost embossed down.
Yes. Do you know, that's exactly what I was just going to say to you, Ben. You've got this nailed on, really. Yeah. It looks embossed. It gives you an embossed feature. White on white looks like it's being embossed onto white cardstock, but absolutely beautiful. But again, so many different things. This is just cut out and coloured in with some colouring mediums that match the paper. These are the kind of things that you can do, though. So this is what I'm going to be doing later on. Use it for a simple box design, but then incorporate it into the rest of your box. So look how gorgeous that looks going around the whole sides of the box. Now, if you love your scrapbook pages, now I'm writing to my scrapbook pages at the minute, and these are some of my friends. I call them my fizzy friends. You may recognise one certain young man on there from a different channel. One of my gorgeous friends, Mr. Nigel May. And there's Ian on there and Andrew as well. When we were at one of the Books Fizz ladies' back garden. It was a garden gig, and I love scrapbooking. And these can frame your scrapbook page, you know, your pictures. Because that's going all the way around. And I've used the friends, obviously, because they're my friends. I love them to bits. But the love hearts, again, taking it out of the card making and into things like your scrapbook pages as well. So there's some really lovely ways you can use these. Like I said, Ben, this is not a massive die set. This is a nice, simple set of dies that are stunning. They really are beautiful. They're clean cut.
Yes.
They've got that lovely simplistic design behind them, but they still impact. They still create that wow factor, regardless how you use them, how you colour them in, whether you're taking them into the forms of your cards, simplistic cards, backgrounds, colouring them in, doing the acetate version, going into that paper piecing that you were talking about. That white on white gives that embossed effect. These are all the different kind of techniques that you can do. So honestly, incredible dies, an incredible price as well, for whether you're going for the 2 sets of 2 or whether you're going for the whole lot.
Absolutely brilliant. So if you want to take advantage, you can do that, of course, by getting these in your baskets quickly. And don't forget the Hobby Maker page, which is you will always pay the lowest possible price from the day. So even if you checked out already, and I know some of you already have, the price that's on your screen is going to tumble and fall. The question is not if, not even when, because it's happening now. It's by how much. Don't forget you're getting the hearts in there. You're getting the bows. You're getting as well the flutterbys, and you're getting the rose. $21.99 is going to get you the set of 4 of those. And remember, this is all about simplicity, making the most of your design, lots of fantastic things you can do. And I thought the idea of the border on the scrapbooking page around the photo was absolute genius, Debbie. $21.99. Don't forget, we're bringing these back because they've been really, really popular. We don't have a warehouse full of these. If you've got them in your basket, please make sure you get checked out. Debbie, we'd love to see them in action.
And I will just keep it nice and simple for that first one. I'm going to use that sketched rose. It's a really gorgeous die. I mean, they all are. They're all fabulous. And I'm just going to keep it nice and simple. So I've taken 3 different kinds of cardstock here. I've got our stamping card, which we've got on the show.
Yes.
I've got some of our matte mirror, the satin one, I call it. So in the luxurious cardstock that we do, and I've taken a baby pink in Centura Pearl as well. You find all of these cardstocks. Obviously, the stamping card is one, and I'm saying it, I'm calling it stamping card again. Debbie, wash your mouth out with soap. We changed it ages ago.
The multi-purpose card?
The multi-purpose cardstock, because we used to say it's one of those cardstocks that you use for anything.
Yes.
And so we said, why don't we just call it multi-purpose? And the guys actually did that, but I'm still in my head, I'm still saying stamping, because that's what we used to call it, stamping card.
Yes.
But it's multi-purpose cardstock. It's one that I use heck of a lot for things like construction, in box making, in your card blanks, in die cutting, in stamping onto, in colouring onto. There's all sorts that you can do with it. So it really is an all-round multi-purpose cardstock, which we do have on the show.
Okay.
Now, these dies, I will just explain these dies. They are a little tad over 6 inches.
Okay.
So you can get these through your smaller machines. So when I talk about the smaller machines, I'm talking about the small ones like what we do, which is the Gemini Mini. So they will go in there, maybe just a tiny little bit of an overhang. However, any of your other electronic die cutting machines or manual machines, anything that fits just over. But this one's 6.1 inches, which is that tad, just that tad little bit bigger, but you can get away with it. I'm going to use my Gemini Junior plates in my Gemini machine, in my larger one, just because I use this all the time. And we'll just die cut. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to die cut those 3 pieces. I've been a little bit, and I say a little bit tight. I always am when it comes to cardstock. Try and get the most out of my cardstock. It is a thin metal die, so it's the normal combination on your platforms when it comes to a thin metal die. But yeah, any electronic die cutting machine, whether it be ours, whether it be another brand, they will go through, and including manual machines too.
Brilliant.
But they are literally, honestly, just beautiful dies, these, and very, very easy to achieve. I think the only limit there is your own creativity. Is that what they say? That I can remember that.
That's right. Your own imagination. But creativity is better.
Thanks.
I prefer yours. We'll copyright that. That's a Debbie Robinson Hobby Maker combo.
I like to make words up, you know. I don't really. It's just I can never say them. And I blame everything from the menopausal brain to old age. Because I say old age, knocking on a little bit now.
Does this account for the new book that you've got coming out that you're going to talk to us about, which is the Debbie Robinson Craft Glossary? Which is all Debbie Robinson's favourite words that you need to look up because they don't really mean it.
because they don't mean anything exactly. Now look at that lovely, that design. And you can see why we call it the swash border dies. But again, that beautiful design. Even white, the pink on white just looks beautiful. It really does. But you're going to cut those out. I'll do it again. I'll run it through on the gold one as well. But yeah, honestly, any of your scraps of paper, if you want to cut it out onto a card where you want to be able to create where it fits back in, you could use it across the size of the die, which is, like I said, 6.1. I've just gone a little bit bigger on this one. And then use the waste. So I'm going to pop it down at the bottom to show you what I mean by that. I am going to be... in fact, actually, I'll show you in a second because it's on this style of card. But I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. So
and kind of, the dies are sort of nondescript in respect of they can be used for anything.
Anything. Absolutely.
All four of
anything.
them.
Yeah.
There's no specific...
And do you know what else you could do? These, you can actually mix and match. So if you wanted to use the love hearts with the flower or the butterfly, you can absolutely do that as well. You get two different designs, of course, but honestly, just fabulous. Now, what I mean by that is, can you see on this cardstock where I've cut away?
Yes.
If I just pop, you could pop that back in a different colour.
Yes.
So you can get the idea of how you can use it. Paper piecing, we do some... hold and release sheets. Now, I'm not sure, so I'll get our lovely producer just to check on the website because I've had to use it, but all our people at head office, they're all on their, what we call our Christmas break.
Yes.
And I ran out of my old and release sheets.
Yes.
So I had to do it the good old-fashioned way in paper piecing later on. So I'll show you that in a second. And, do you know when you've had something that's absolutely incredible, the design of the old and release sheets is just phenomenal. And then I have to go back to doing it in the old way.
The old way.
Pull them out and then stick them through either Xyron or save the bits and then stick them back in.
Oh, no.
Either way, now, producer Alex has just told me we haven't got them in. Is that correct, producer? Oh, you see, I think they've all been busy bees over Christmas.
Yeah, they have. Do you know what? We've been so busy across the shows, across the channel. So busy.
I'm not surprised.
People have been taking advantage of some of the excellent deals that we've had on because we've really tried to make sure that we've brought the viewers the best possible deals over the Christmas break. Because we're conscious, you know, your cash can be a bit tight at the moment, especially around Christmas. And what we've tried to do is reflect that in a lot of the prices. So, yeah, it has meant, unfortunately, that a lot of items have just sold out.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I love it that you do all, because for me, it's brilliant. I just wish we'd open back up so we can get all the things restocked.
They're all recovering from their turkey dinners. Or they're nut roast, depending on...
I don't do turkey. Don't know about yourself.
No,
I had an extra tasty chicken with a joint of beef.
Nice. Oh, do you know what? A lot of people do two meats for their Christmas.
Oh, I do two meats, and then I had to cater for vegetarians as well, because I've got my two daughters are vegetarian.
Well, you can't give them the alternative.
No. I gave them the alternative. They have the alternative. It was a very busy, hectic kitchen, because they're having to do different things. So, but I loved it. Just being surrounded by my family, I absolutely loved it.
It reminded me of that programme, actually, with which will remain nameless, where the lad brings his girlfriend round. She's a vegetarian, and Nana says, "Can she eat wafer thin ham, Barbara?" No.
I know exactly what you mean. One of my favourite comedies. I love that one.
Yeah.
Right then, so we've got a couple of those pieces cut out, so I've got those on. When I said to you about that waste bit, that's exactly what I've done with this piece of cardstock.
Yes.
So I've used the multi-purpose cardstock, and this measures in at 7.5 inches, and I've scored it at 1.5 because I'm going to have like a floating element in terms of I've got a bit of acetate to stick behind the back. So I have also used some paper. Now, this is paper that I've used from, and if I remember rightly, is this the Positive Thoughts one? Do you know, I keep doing this to myself. I keep saying I'm going to write down on a scrap of paper the paper that I'm using, because I just pull things out the side of my craft room. But it's one of ours.
There's no shortage of scraps of paper.
I never throw anything away, Ben. That's
you
the
just
thing.
can't find it afterwards.
Yeah, and I could just never remember the names of things. Craig's fabulous. Our Craig, he's really good with his paper pads. He'd be screaming at the screen right now, Debbie. And I mean, I wish I could hear him from up north. But
Craig, if you're watching, messages in studio@hobbymaker.co.uk.
Never remember. tips. Now, we do heavyweight, I'm doing it again, heavyweight acetate on our website, on your website.
Yes.
But it does have a clear film over the top to
Yes.
protect it. So just remember
So you
that.
don't get any scratches on
Yes,
there?
we're in transit, so
Yes.
that's why we pop that on there, because it is notorious for getting scratch marks on.
Yes.
So we do have this protective screen.
Yes.
You'll always know because it looks cloudy rather than the
Yes.
glass-like effect. You'll know. So just remember to pull that off. And I'm just going to attach that to the back of my card. So just going to pop. And I'm using my tape pen, and now I do know we've got the tape pen in stock.
Yes, we
I
have.
know
We've
we
got a bit of
still
a
have
deal
that.
of them.
We do indeed. So I'm just going to pop that just down so it creates this front floating card.
Yes.
And then I'm going to pop on now. Let me just see. I think I might have. No, I'll have. Oh yeah, I'll have the gold design. Yeah. So I'm just popping that onto the top panel like so. And then that waist bit that I talked about with the white die cut, so
Yes.
this was when I used it to create my white piece. I've taken it away because I thought it would look really nice at the bottom to create this piece. And then I'm going to pop the design back into it. So I'm just going to use my tape pen again, just at the bottom there, and just stick that onto the bottom of the acetate. I want to say about keeping it nice and clean and simple. That's exactly what you can do.
Yes.
I did the same with my panelled piece, and then I've just cut it down, just taken a little bit off so that it fits over there.
That's very clever, Debbie.
Yeah, that's all I've done. It's exactly the same. I've just die cut it out, and rather than throwing that away,
Yes.
I thought, well, it makes a really nice, fancy design, and it looked really quite effective, Ben.
Very clever.
Yeah. So
Very clever.
don't ever throw your bits away. I know what I meant.
Yeah.
You don't throw anything away. All those crafters out there, those kind of crafters that are watching right now, exactly the same. They will say the same.
Yeah.
Don't throw a single thing away.
Yeah. What are you doing with that? Send it to us. We'll use it.
I'll
That's
use
what they
it,
said.
most definitely I will use it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer these pieces up. So those pieces that I've already cut, just take your little scissors. So I've got my little snipper scissors. Now I do know we've got some scissors on the show. We'll probably have to go and check with our producer. But you can just simply take these and snip away the swash part of it. And just keep, so that you can see, if I just take that off, just by using the scissors, you've got that little piece that you can cut out. And now you've got that snippability factor
Yes.
that you can then use. And then they can be layered up onto the top of each other and create now that lovely piece going in. So I think I'm going to do that with, I think I'll stick the white in first. I'm going to put the white back in there. Yeah, I'll do that one first. Excuse me, I've got a little tickle. Just the back end now. I had flu at the beginning of December. And it's just left me with a little bit of a tickle, but I've been feeling so much better. But I think the aircon in here
I've had the same.
is affecting me just a little
I've had
bit.
the same, yeah. I think
it's
mine's
not
more
that
or
I'm
less
croaky
gone
or
now.
anything, it's just that...
And it just comes and goes.
Yes.
And you're all right, and then suddenly it just gets on the back of your throat.
yeah, and I know you
Yeah.
were, weren't you, before Christmas? You had the little lost voice.
Yeah, well, again,
Yeah.
that was the tickle on the throat, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt perfectly fine.
Yeah, you were.
It's
you
still
were.
not completely
Yeah.
gone, but
Yeah.
it grabs you, and I think you're right. A bit of air conditioning can just dry you out a little bit.
Absolutely. So I've now taken my gold piece and I'm just going to create a little tiny little bit of a drop shadow. And when I say drop shadow, I'm just moving it slightly up. You can move it down, you can move it up. It's entirely up to you. And I've chosen the gold because obviously with the gold in my paper.
Yes.
And then I'm just going to place the pink over the top to give it multi-layers.
Yes.
And that's just with that little piece that I snipped out. And then
And
I'm
that
just
ties
gonna-
in, of course, with the pink in the rose that's
Yes,
paper.
yeah, and I'm going to do exactly the same with that one as well. Just move that over kind of slightly. And then I'm going to just now finish that off with a little sentiment and have a beautiful day. We could put some gems and things like that on, but do you know what? I'm just going to keep it really, really nice and simple to
There we
start
go.
with, to create. I'm like, where's he gone? He's disappeared. Oh, thank you. It's so kind.
Fantastic.
But there you go. Really, really simple. Clean and simple. Looks effective. Absolutely fabulous. In fact, you know what? Let me just finish that off in the top corner
Yeah.
with one of my bows because I do love a good bow. I've got to have a little bow. There we go.
I think that just
There.
absolutely finishes it perfectly.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Thank you very much.
Look at that. That's a lovely, lovely job. And that is just one of the ways that you can use the dies, of course. And funnily enough, you've used that there as a drop shadow. And I was going to say, you know, could you cut those out in the two different and just offset them slightly and to give you that slight shadow?
Yeah, absolutely.
That works really well. And I don't think acetate is used anywhere near enough. I think
it's
a
not.
great way.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't compromise the structure of the card if it's put together in the right way, and it allows that background to come through. And you almost get like a 3D effect, almost.
You do,
a window to look through.
Yeah.
That works brilliantly well. Brilliantly well.
Thank you.
$21.99 is the price, of course, and you're getting in there all 4 dies. So you're getting the rose in there, you're getting the butterfly, you are getting the hearts as well. There's the bow. The butterfly, the heart, is that the butterfly? That's the butterfly, and that's the rose. There we go. So all 4 of those, $21.99 is to get all 4 of those. Take full advantage of those because, again, we're able to bring you the Hobby Maker Highlight, but it's always limited availability while stocks last and so on. So if you've seen those, please do take advantage. In fact, people are checking out on those at the moment, left, right and centre. They're checking out on them left, right and centre. We don't want you to miss out. Debbie, I've had so many shows in the past week or so where we've sold out of products.
Yep.
During the show.
During the show,
yeah, because, again, we've been able to bring people some great prices, some great deals, and bring back some of the stock that we've still got remaining from some of the most popular items.
Yeah.
We had an item on the show earlier in the week that we managed to bring back, and we'd sold it out previously, and we managed to get a very limited selection back, and almost before we went on air, it'd gone.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's been so busy. So I can only urge you, if you've got these in your basket, they're checking out left, right and centre. These are going. Please make sure you get those checked out. $21.99. Now, if you don't want to get the full collection, the full 4, we do also have them in bundles of 2 as well. Of course, the best way to buy is to get all 4. But let me just grab my glasses here. So you've got there, we've got the heart at the front. Let me grab that one. And the rose come as bundle number 1. There we go. The heart and the rose. So let's see what we can do on the price. What do you think, Debbie?
Ooh.
Where do you think he's going to end up? Is he feeling generous today?
I know, and you know what? You'll have to tell me price because I can't see. That's really...
$11.98, Debbie.
Oh, you see, that's really good. So if you don't want the full bundle, I did say, especially at this time of year when, unless you've got some Christmas pennies, because I know I've got a few Christmas pennies to spend.
Not for long.
No, I know, because there's something coming up soon that I want. But yeah, if you've got some Christmas pennies, you could be spending these on yourself. So we've got for budgets for everybody.
Absolutely.
For what's that? Is that less than £12 there?
Yeah, less than £12, $11.98.
And you know, it doesn't matter which bundle you go for. The 2, one of the 2s, or all 4.
Yes.
You'll still be able to create all these lovely effects with them. And both of those, the flowers and the hearts, I think would work together as well. So if you did want to do a scrapbook page, you could perhaps use both sets rather than just the one. You could have a mixture of 2 hearts, 2 roses on there, if that's what you wanted to do.
And they're very Valentine's, the hearts and the roses,
yes, they are,
which,
yeah.
of course,
the love.
is February.
Yeah.
Along with another very special occasion, which is producer Alex's birthday.
When's it his birthday?
4th of February.
Oh,
yeah.
I won't forget.
We should know, apparently. It's the 4th of February. Maybe he's looking for a Valentine. Are you looking for a Valentine? Are you looking for a Valentine, producer Alex? Oh, he's got one.
Yeah.
Don't write in then. Don't write in. He's already got one. There we go. So the hearts and the roses come in bundle number 1. $11.98. $11.98. Now, of course, we also have the other bundle. And the good thing about these, as we were talking about earlier, is they are nondescript's the wrong word. Suitable for all occasions.
Again,
there's no specific occasion.
Yes, absolutely.
Non-specific is better, yeah. Non-specific for occasion. And in here you're getting the flutterby and the bow. Again, is he going to match the price? I suspect he will. $11.98 again. So if you want to get your hands on the flutterby and the bow, you can do that. Just $11.98. $11.98. There we go. Brilliant. So you get all 4, or you get them in bundles of 2. there we go. We've also got on the show, we have got the the glue tape pens.
Yes.
Sorry, you threw me for a second because we've also got some glue pens.
He did.
And when he said the glue pens, we're going to go to the glue pens next, and they're on your right because we've already got people checking out on those. And I thought, oh, it's not on my right, that's over there. It's my fault, it's not your fault. So we're talking about the glue tape pens.
Yes.
And actually, it's interesting because I don't know if you were saying the other day, they tend to refer. Oh my word!
Put them down.
I'll finish down what I was going to say anyway.
Now you've just said,
these
whilst we're
happening.
during the show, things are selling out.
Because you refer to these as glue pens rather than tape pens.
I still. It's because it's a super strong adhesive. However, I will try and make a phone call. I'm going to be totally honest.
Yeah.
Everybody's shut, so nobody's actually at work.
Yeah,
but
so
I
we
have
might not
got
be
a
able to
point
get you
of
any
call
more.
that I can ring if I need to, and I think I might have to.
Really sorry,
yes,
guys at home.
yeah.
This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. Over the Christmas period, brought you back some of the most popular items. And because they've been so popular, the stock's gone down and down and down. And in this case, they've already gone. While we've been on that, already gone.
I'll see
They've
what I
already
can
gone.
do for later on. I can't promise anything.
Yeah, we'll leave it in Debbie's capable hands. However, we have got another glue pen. This is what we was looking at a little bit earlier. And actually, this comes as a
pack
bundle.
Of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're getting.
Is it a 5 or a 3? Because I thought it was a 5 pack. 3-piece. So it is the ones.
Okay, so we're getting, just double checking that. So you're getting the 3 glue pens in the pack here. So you're getting the thin glue pen here, and then you're getting the other 2, one with the 4mm chisel nib, and the other, we've got a 4mm chisel nib, we've got a ballpoint nib, and we've got a 3mm bullet nib, all coming in the pack. And these are all glue pens. Now, these come not on their own, but they come actually with the gilding flakes as well.
Favourite.
Now, I have been looking forward to seeing these. I've been looking forward to seeing these. They are just phenomenal. They they are gilding flakes.
They are gilding flakes. They're big pots.
Yes.
All in those metallic colours.
Look at those.
They are fabulous. These are I think, is it 200 mils it says on the top there?
200 mils.
200
there
mils.
You go.
So these are a really big pot of the most luxurious gilding flakes.
Yes.
And I adore gilding flakes. I will show you very quickly. They are really lovely. To create lots of different things. So you can use any of your glues. Now, the glue pens that are coming with them, absolutely fabulous, because it means that you can write with them. So if you love writing or adding embellishments onto the ends of your cardstock, you know, if you want to create a nice distressed look using gilding flakes, you can absolutely do that. If you love writing, that smaller one in there, the thinner pen that I call, the fine nib applicator, is perfect for writing and creating as well. With them. I'm going to show you how easy they are to use as well, if I may, Ben.
Yeah.
I've got one with me. I might need to borrow your gilding flakes.
That's all right.
Okay.
Debbie, you can always borrow my gilding flakes.
Thank you. Could I have the copper-coloured one, please? Thanks.
That's my favourite.
I absolutely love it. So you've got burnished copper in there, and then you've got your gold, and then you've got your silver.
That's my favourite.
These are fabulous.
Regular viewers will know if it comes to metallic colours, I always love the copper. I don't know if it's because it's kind of like the underdog. Everybody uses the gold, everybody uses the silver. I love the copper.
I love copper.
You want a bit of my copper gilding plate?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Spin that over here. Thank you. I absolutely love this burnished copper. There's just something about this colour that's absolutely incredible. Now, these are the things. So if you wanted to take one of your die cuts, you absolutely could do this.
Oh, okay.
You could take a die cut and you could put the glue over the top.
Okay.
The reason that we've got it in all these different sizes is because if you are going to do it with a die cut piece, then that's absolutely fine. But in fact, you know what? Shall we do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do that. So when I pop that on, it comes out like, I'm going to say like a bluey tinge to it. Because what you need to do, and I'll just do it for the bow part of it, and then I'll leave the rest, but I am using a bit of scrap paper underneath. But yeah, it's got this blue tinge to it, so that when it, and you'll know because it will You need to let it get tacky, as in, don't try popping it on while it's wet. So
Yes.
I'm just going to lift that off for a second.
Excuse me.
It's okay, Ben. That's absolutely fine.
I'm in the same boat as you, I think.
And then I'm going to let that dry off. And I say let it dry off a bit. I'm just going to waft it a little bit, or waft
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Where I am. Waft. Waft. And I'll just give it a little dry. Because what you want to do is get it to the tacky stage. That's with
Yes.
any of those pens.
Yes.
Now, the gilding flakes, you can use... let me just grab a scrap of cardstock just underneath. You can use tape pens. So I'll show you in a second with a tape pen. So with our strong adhesive,
There
I
we
can
go.
use it for our gilding flakes.
I just sort of better get those out of the packet. Which I've done now. And now I've got space now. You've nicked me gilding flakes.
Now, can you see our gilding flakes? We have these big pieces and
Yes.
little pieces all mixed up into there. What I will say is that these can be reused, so you can pop them back into your pot. When you buff them off,
Yes.
and I'm looking now for my sponge, and I think I've misplaced my sponge.
Your what?
So
The sponge?
I'm going to give it a little bit of a go without the sponge. But we've got like a starter kit.
Yes.
We'll get our lovely Alex to try again and have a little look on the website.
And see if you can find the starter kit.
Yeah, see if you can find the starter kit for me. So I'm just going to pop over the top, like so, the gilding flakes. Now, again, you don't have to use a lot for this. Now, I'm being very careful with this, Ben, because we have got the aircon on. I don't know if you noticed, but can you see them floating everywhere?
Yes. This is not a
Because
good
we've got the
thing
air.
to
This,
do
yeah,
with the
don't do it with the fan on. Don't do it with the aircon on, because you'll get this effect that's happening with Debbie right now.
Yes. It'll be
Where they're
disappearing.
blowing everywhere. So I'm just going to move that to one side. And all I'm going to do is I'm just rubbing that on with my fingers to go across that area where the glue is.
So you've applied the glue.
Yeah,
You've
I've
allowed
applied the
it to
glue.
start going tacky, which you want to leave it for.
Absolutely, yep. I'm just going to knock that off for a second because I'm looking for a little bit of a form. I think I'm going to have to improvise here, Ben. Just
So how do you
give me
know? Do you normally use a roller on it, or?
No. So you've got like a little sponge, any little bit of sponge actually. So
Yes.
I've got my little sponge, what I
Does it
use
say
for my.
anything
You could do, but I want a little bit of roughness to it.
Okay.
So I'm just going to pop those to one side. So I'm just going to now buff. And when you buff that off, now I've missed a little area there, but you're going to forgive me.
yeah, that's
because I am using, I'm improvising, Ben. I'm improvising,
yeah.
as we do.
Flying by the seat of a pants.
But what
Yes.
you do now is, let me just get that off there, and if
Yeah.
I bring that up, you can see now
Oh, yes.
you've got that lovely gilding flake. And
That's brilliant.
Honestly, gilding flakes are beautiful. And the lovely thing that you can do with them as well, Ben, is I'm just going to, like I said, just bring in a little piece of white cardstock. You could use things like your tape pen to go over there. You can use things like red liner tape as well. So you
Yes.
can use red liner tape and you can create some really fun backgrounds. You can also... could I just possibly have the other two pots? I will give you this one back, but I'm literally pinching everything now. Sorry, Ben.
Another one.
Sorry, Ben.
Hey,
You let me.
do you want both of them?
Yes, please.
Cool,
But I'm
blimey,
gold
she's
as well.
demanding.
Look at me, I'm going this way.
Are you ready?
Thank you. Oh, God, I'm
Oh,
throwing it away now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix them up a little bit. So I'm going to put some of the silver there, and then I'm going to pop on there as well
Yes.
some of the gold.
Okay.
Oh, aren't they gorgeous?
She's getting carried away now.
I am, but they're just beautiful, honestly.
Do you know what? They look like they go a very long way.
They do. You don't need to pop a lot on it. And this
No.
waste, I would not be flicking on the floor. I would get... Do you know your takeaway pots that you can get with
Yes.
the lids back on? And you can
The little
reuse
plastic
them?
ones.
Those.
Yes.
You could do that with these as
Oh.
well. So you could use... pop the waste bits back in there. Because obviously I'm creating a bit of a waste because I'm being a bit over... I'm being a bit
We didn't
over-generous.
see that.
I've got
We didn't
flakes.
see
I've got flakes flying everywhere.
Yeah.
It's this aircon. You can see it moving
Yeah,
around.
it's
But
the aircon.
again, it's a simple way of doing it. Just rub it into the glue and rub that off.
Yes.
So you can see. So all those flakes, don't be throwing those flakes away. Get them in one of those pots.
Oh, it's
Did
going
you see?
all
You
over.
can see it, can't you? It's
Yeah.
the aircon.
The air conditioner.
I'm going to improvise again with
Okay.
the little pad, and then you're just going to buff again, and you're buffing that excess
Oh,
off.
yes.
And then what you've got there, and if I just hold that up a little bit, see if we can get our lovely cameraman to do his magic. There you go.
Oh, yeah,
and
look at
that's
that.
just using a tape pen, just mixing the three together. So it's a really lovely... Gilding Flakes have been out for years, Ben.
Yes.
We haven't invented them, but
No.
you know, we're not the inventors of them, but we've brought them into our Spectrum Noir range.
Yes.
Big pots, big flakes and little flakes all mingled into one. And they're super soft.
Yes.
You've had a feel of them, you'll know what
Yeah,
I mean.
I love them.
Texture. They're absolutely incredible and very useful, especially with that glue pen set. You've got...
That's how light they are. You missed that. It was
I thought, what's this
floating like
floating at the
that.
back of me?
And there was just a
Floating
little bit
there.
of the silver gilding flakes just there.
It's this aircon and I'm right underneath it, so
Yeah.
it's floating away. I'll be having
Oh,
it in my ear
bless
and
her.
everywhere.
Bless her.
But they are fabulous. They're
Yes.
big gilding flakes. You can use and apply with the glue pens, with any tape. You can use it with double-sided adhesive sheets, and you'll find all those things on the website. You can go and check the website out. But again, absolutely incredible value. In fact, what is the value?
We're waiting to
Oh,
see the
I'm
price.
waiting to see what our Alex
We-
is going to do.
Because now, normally,
Yeah.
if you were to get the gilding flakes on their own,
Yeah.
on the website, $19.99. You get 3 pieces.
Yeah.
You get all 3 for that,
Yeah.
but $19.99. They're going to go a very, very long way as well.
They
the
are.
price for the
Oh.
pen set on its own
Yeah.
is, this is not on our website. If you were to get this elsewhere, $9.99. So what did we say? $19.99 for the gilding flakes, $9.99 for the pen. So you're talking essentially 30 quid. You're essentially talking 30 quid is what you would normally expect to pay. And I can't believe how they buffed up so easily.
Oh, yeah. And if you can't find the starter kit on the website, don't worry, because, like I said, a little bit of sponge.
Yes.
Something with a bit of texture to give it that buffed feel. You know,
Yes.
you can do it with your fingers first, but to get that absolutely smooth,
Polish it up.
polished effect,
I get you.
just use a little sponge. And you can find them anywhere, little sponges. But again, just incredible value in terms of we're already giving you some glue.
Yes.
We're giving you the gilding flakes, and those gilding flakes will last you a long time, believe you me. And Craig, again, I'll mention Craig again, I always name check him, but he puts them into cheap as chips containers,
Yes.
and he stores them rather than keeping them in a big pot.
Yeah.
He has them because they do when they do kind of expand when you open
Yes.
the pot. So it's nice to
As
have them
Debbie's
in a
demonstrated. Huh? I've got some good news and I've got some bad news about the
the good
gilding
news?
flakes. The bad news is they're already limited stock.
Oh my days.
The good news is you're not going to be paying 30 quid. Let's see what the price is going to come down to. Let's see what's going $19.99 for the gilding flakes and the 3 pens as well. Essentially you're getting the pens for free, aren't you? You're getting the pens for free. Just a quick reminder, what you're getting in there is you're getting the bullet nib. You're also getting in there the chisel nib. And you're getting in there the ballpoint nib, all on the glue pens. In fact, we've got more in baskets than we've got stock left. Really sorry about that. If everybody checks out, we're going to be out of stock. Brilliant. There we go. So you're getting all 3 of the pens there. And don't forget, they're glue pens. So although you're using them with, or Debbie's just been using them with the gilding flakes, you could be using them with glitter.
Absolutely.
couldn't
I
you?
was just going to say the same thing. Those pens will work with your glitter, your fine glitter, your chunky glitter, as well as that. You could.
Embossing powders.
Yeah. But with the flakes, stunning. They just look beautiful with the flakes. Absolutely gorgeous.
Brilliant. I love it. $19.99 for the 3 pots of gilding flakes, which are going to last you forever. I can't make that a guarantee, but, for legal
last a
reasons.
long time.
They're going to last you a long time. And you're getting the 3 pens and 3 pots of gilding flakes. And again, you can use the pens with glitter. You can use them with the embossing powders as well. That is a fantastic deal. You're getting the silver, you're getting the gold, and you're getting my favourite, which is the copper. There, that's my favourite. There we go. Excuse me. Don't forget, get them in your baskets, get them checked out. Just a quick reminder, because I know we're going to have some disappointed people today. And I know you're going to go, why do they put stuff on and then it's sold out so quickly? I can't emphasise to you enough. This is the reason that you need to be making sure you tune in to the 6 and 7 o'clock shows, the Wake Up shows, Hobby Maker Rewind and the Hobby Maker Highlight, because we're bringing back to you, handpicked the best-selling, your favourites, the best deals, and we're able to bring them to you back this morning at the best prices purely because we don't have a container full. For that reason. So we can only apologise if you miss out, but what else can we do? What else can we do? We couldn't bring you such great prices if we had, you know, lorry loads of them, could we? We couldn't. So Wake Up with Hobby Maker. Early bird catches the deal. There we go. There we go. Right. What we're going to have a look at next, because we've got so much going on the show this morning.
Do you know what? We've got loads coming out throughout the day. We've tried to pinpoint a few what we call, like, what we would consider highlights.
Yes.
So we have got quite a few different things on throughout the day. Obviously, as we've just heard, things are selling out and getting down to limited quantities as well. So make sure you tune in. There might be something later on. Not sure what will be left, although I've got a couple of things up my sleeve later on as well. But yeah, we've got a great set of deals on what I call craft room essentials. So like with the craft mats and
the blending kits.
The blending
kits.
Like that for
We're
you.
practically sold out, by the way, of these. If you've got mini baskets, you need to check out.
There's a lot of names on there, on that screen.
Well done, Hazel, Patricia, Terry, Pamela, Kenny, Amanda, Primrose, Mandy, Alexandra, Valerie, who've managed to get these so far. Please do make sure that you get them checked out. So we talked about the blending kit.
Yes.
So with the blending kit, this is something else that's been hugely popular already, isn't it? Already hugely popular. What are we getting in the blending kit? Because we've got the mats.
So you get your craft mat, which is, I call them a craft, and I said that, mine's disappeared. It was in my bag and it's just disappeared. I think I've changed it into another bag. The craft mat is perfect for all your surfaces where you craft. It will take absolutely anything from inks to liquid inks, whether it be like our ink pads. It will take all of those, and it will also be perfect to cover surfaces. So if you're in a smaller area or you don't have a glass mat or anything like that, that is perfect for your crafting needs. A fabulous size as well, so it's almost like the size of the glass mat, which is quite a big in terms of the size of it.
Super smooth.
Yes.
Really smooth.
Yeah, and it also, you can apply heat to it as well. So do you know, if you do use your heat gun and things like that, you're not going to be fearful of burning it or putting a hole through it or anything like that, because it's really tough. But absolutely, I love craft mats. There's lots of things that you can do with them, different techniques as well. But of course, the medium itself is for you to craft onto.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
with anything, just to keep your surfaces nice and tidy. Let the craft mat take all the hard
That's it.
bits. And you keep your area nice and clean.
And I love the fact as well, it rolls up nice and small, will go in your craft bag.
And it will go in your craft bag. Mine was in my craft bag. I've got a feeling I've moved it into me.
This is why you need to get a couple, you see, because if you're anything like Debbie, you have it you think it's in one place, and then you grab another bag.
Exactly.
And it's in the other bag. That's why you need to have a couple. So you're getting the craft mat.
Yep.
You're also getting, as well, some blending tools.
You are. And again, Ben, I don't know what's happened, but I've looked through the cupboard, I've looked through my bag, so I can't find them, but we'll get a picture for you.
Yeah, there'll be...
We've got our round brush, our round blending tools, so that's the circular one.
So these are like the ones with little wooden handles.
It's got the removable...
pads.
Thank you.
The removable pads on
the
the bottom.
removable pads, and also there's a set of, and I call them the squidgy ones, which you've got there as well. And you're also getting some refills of the circular ones as well. And then my favourites, because I do use these quite a lot. They look like a little makeup sponge, don't they? When you look at them? But they're what we call our little soft squidgy sponges that you can apply ink to as well. And there's a set of, is it 4 in there, I believe, Ben? Nice size, but you can use them without inks. And they're washable. So you
Oh,
can
right.
put them into warm water or into your washing machines to wash them to get the ink out.
Yes.
You don't have to have like an individual one for every single ink
Yes.
that you own. You can reuse them by washing them or putting them into soft soapy water and clean them out and then just reuse them with a different colour.
And if you put them in a washing machine, just in like a little net bag or something.
Yeah, I
like
put mine
this,
in my net
keep-
bag.
keep
Yeah,
them together,
exactly
some
what I
tights,
do,
whatever,
yeah.
keep them together. So, brilliant. So you're getting, in fact, they've got the little pointy end. I've noticed this before. Is that for more precision
Precision
blending?
inking, so
Yeah.
ink applicator, you can precision ink with them.
Yeah.
And then the big fat bottom,
Yeah.
as it is. You
Yeah,
can
I've
see
got one of
there. We've all got one of those. But you can just apply more ink to it,
Yes.
so you get you can cover a big surface area with the big fat
With
bottom.
the big bottom. So you can be precision with the point.
Yes.
Or you can be
Yep.
cumbersome with the bottom. Whatever you want to do. So you're getting the craft mat. You're getting the sponge. You're getting the sponge blending tools. You're also getting.
Ink
I'm going to
applicators.
mime it.
Yep.
You're also getting the little wooden
Do we
blending
have a
tool
picture by any chance?
with the removable pads on the bottom. Actually, just on that note, because you're getting all of that as one kit. What a lot of people do, I notice, as well, with the little pads, because you can use spare pads on the blending.
Yes, you do, yeah.
They Velcro them underneath
Their ink pads,
inks,
yes. Yeah, you can
don't
pop
they?
them underneath.
That's
the
it.
bottom.
There we go.
go.
So you've got the blending tool and you've got the
Thank
spare pads
you,
as well.
yes.
And then what you can do is you can Velcro your spare pads under your ink.
Under your ink pad,
There
yeah.
you go, under here.
Yeah, you just take that
and then
hook
you
and
keep
loop
them.
and that, you know, the because Velcro's a branded name, so we'll mention the
You hook and loop them.
Is it hook and loop or is it the hook and... What
Hook
do they
and
call
loop.
it? Yeah, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
with the little dot.
I didn't say the V word. I said the H and L word. Hook and loop.
That you can pop those on and put them underneath.
Yes,
to
and put them
store
underneath.
as well.
Of your, so you're getting in there the mat, the pads, the blending tool, and the sponge or the foam pads. This is the cheapest price this is going to be. And you're going to have to be quick for this because we've got less than 60 seconds left on show. Less than 60 seconds left on show. $16.99, Debbie.
For the whole
For the
lot.
mat.
That's a good deal,
For the sponges, for the blending tool, and you can't beat it, the extra pads.
Yes.
That might seem insignificant, the
But
extra
it's
pads,
not.
but they make all the difference, Debbie, don't they?
They do indeed, yeah. Having those extras are really good. And again, if you don't have to go and buy masses of them, if you don't want to,
No.
you can clean those as well, Ben.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you so much for joining us, Debbie. You're back at what time?
1 o'clock, so you've got me at 1, 3 and 5 this afternoon. So
Okay.
yes, we'll see what we've got left.
So we've got an afternoon full of Delectable Debbie bringing us more crafty goodies. Until then, don't forget we've got Sewing Street after the break and Jewellery Maker, depending on the channel. Tune in later, keep on crafting, and we'll see you soon.